Um, this website, Be Brave, Britain and Europe.co.uk, is really talking about what has passed, the state we're in at the moment. We're right in the crisis of Brexit, but also the reason why there's Brexit and the trauma that is going on in the world at the moment with regard to immigration, with regard to religious terrorism, um, and also our education. In capitalism, where there's a great deal of freedom, but that freedom is creating an awful lot of discord as well, and some would say decadence. In the Second World War, there was a lot of talk about the decadence prior to that in the elite society, for instance. And the situation is that we're promoting LGBT issues, and even teaching our children that you can choose between being whether you're a male or female. And when children are so young, they can be so easily misguided, and that's very dangerous. We also have the political concerns, because which is really about all this political correctness, that you can only say certain things. You can be vilified, and you need to give your notice in if you're an MP if you speak out of line, and or if you change your mind even about something. When in fact we always are changing our minds. We change our minds when we get another piece of information about something, which is why, with regard to the terrorism, knowing the Bible and the Quran quite well, you would know that, if you had all the information, you wouldn't be a terrorist, and you wouldn't be trying to live all these different rules of special hair, special dressing, and length of hair and length of beard, and special days of worship and that sort of thing. All of that is supposed to have been finished. It's sort of abolished. It's been fulfilled, and it's all about love is the fulfilling of the religious law. So, and we're free, and then nations are equal, as well as men and women being equal. So, if you go onto acertainmyth.com, you will see what I believe the one message of God is meant to be, bringing into what the Muslims and the Jews believe as well, their scriptures too. So, this is the beginning of this new society that I think we have to develop in ourselves, the maturing of society. If you go on to the One True Message of God.com, you will see there that I'm trying to ask the media to bring to the fore a dialogue about what this message of God is, so that we don't have divisions in the world about with regard to in the Middle East we've got the Muslims, we've got in the West the Christians, and we've got the Israelis, the Jews in Israel, and also throughout the world, but they're also being vilified. And this anti-Semitism issue, people don't really know why they're anti-Semitic, I don't think. What the reasons are. They don't really know why the Jews feel that Israel should be theirs, and why it's even called Israel. So, there's a lot of history to all this, and if you don't know it, you act on maybe a few lines or a few verses of scripture, or a few lines of knowledge that somebody happens to tell you, and you might go out and kill somebody, or start being unkind to somebody, or desecrate somebody's grave or something, or their church, when we're all acting on half knowledge with regard to that. Now, with regard to, we need to change our education system so that there's more of a baseline knowledge, which I will provide on the bottom of this video, and also on this other website that I'm creating, which is Letter to a Teenager, which speaks about different aspects of what life is about, and about this basic education I think we should have, and the fact that I believe we should be taught politics and economics at school, so that we do gradually change this new political arena of polity, not democracy, which is rule of the many by the few, but polity, which is rule of the many by the many. And Aristotle said that democracy is a corrupt form of polity, meaning polity is better. Now, even polity you have to be careful with, because change our thinking, have a new vision, what society needs to become, not just each individual nations. And it's the religion we need to sort out, the education we need to sort out, and the more political and economic knowledge in our children and in society as well, and changing to a polity politics and more independent MPs standing. And the youth can do this, start because they are the key in this. And individuals can as well, because all we need to do is have more people standing as independent MPs, and for us to set up a system where people vote on more referendums on key issues, and we have an internet voting system as well that is secure, and not be bogged down by the past, be it in religion, education, or politics. But have a new future, open your mind, cast off what's been before, think the unthinkable, as they say, and we need to do this.